Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, May 22nd. We've transitioned from our smoke outlook to our fire potential outlook. And overall, things are looking pretty quiet still. A few things to talk about fire-wise. This is the vertically integrated smoke product, a lot of it originating from up in Western Canada. We don't even see the full extent of its point of origin, but northwest winds pushing it down towards Montana, and then northeast winds pushing it across parts of Idaho, into parts of Utah, into parts of northern and western Nevada. So that explains a lot of the hazy skies up north. 24-hour lightning, a lot of it with moisture across the southern and western portions of the Great Basin up in Idaho. However, we were speaking of Canada, and further up in here where fuels are extremely dry and they have some of those larger wildfires going. A lot of this lightning not arriving with a lot of precipitation, and probably another big day of new fire starts up in Western Canada. Overall, not much going on in our fire activity. Some prescribed burns in a purple, a couple of single tree torching or a tenth of an acre up here in some drier areas, but ominously quiet. It's been a very wet winter and a very wet spring across southern areas. And you can see over the past 7 days, quite a bit of precip in the south, the Arizona Strip, southern Utah into far southern Nevada. Driest across parts of Nevada in the west. You can see on the right the percent of normal, wetter than normal across much of our southern tier, which some years, this time of year, start coming into play for fires. Not this year. 100-hour fuels, you can see mostly in the yellow here, 11 to 15%. That's not critical. You normally want to see values of 6, 7% along with cured grass to really get fire activity going. We don't have that yet. Looking at our ERCs in our far southern areas down in far southern Nevada near Vegas, you can see the normal is in the gray, record dry is in the red, and the blue is current. And you can see it was near normal. Actually took a dip in the last 24 hours with some shower activity and higher humidity. Similar story across the Arizona Strip and far southwest Utah, near normal, which usually isn't much, and then dropping down a little bit because of the precipitation. And not only that, but the live fuel moisture. You can see here in the sage here in southeast Nevada. Just one observation came in, but it is well above the green line, which is normal. It's somewhere around 220%, record dry levels in the red. And down here in southeastern Utah, you can see where the sagebrush is just extremely high. It's still rising up into the low 200s. This is normal. Normally you want to see it below 125 or 150 to start becoming part of the fire environment. So we have no concerns with the live fuel moisture. Satellite imagery, upper level low pressure system over Vancouver. This is producing that lightning up in western Canada, pulling up some moisture into parts of the Great Basin. See these enhanced clouds through here. What we don't see is a big ridge of high pressure over us. It's shifted over into the plain states. And for this afternoon, you can see blobs of moisture here in the green. These will be developing cumulus clouds, some isolated showers, maybe a brief thunderstorm. Some spots, no issues on our 7-day humidity. Driest in the low teens in the south, otherwise above 25 to 30% most areas. Winds not really a factor. A lot of these enhanced winds are outflow boundaries from thunderstorms, which are expected to develop. More moisture on Tuesday with that low pressure area, especially in northern and central areas. You can see some of the winds increasing in the south, the humidity getting down into near 10% or the upper single digits down in southern Nevada, otherwise above normal elsewhere. And same story, low pressure now slowly pushing eastwards across along the Columbia River. Lots of clouds and moisture. We see the green and still not really seeing that dry air mass, that tannish shade really infiltrate much into the area. So we don't see significant fire potential yet, but we will start drying out in the south. There'll be some breezy conditions there. Again, low humidity in the south. They'll start drying out through here. A lot of the grasses have been cured out already in the far south. But the 3-day precipitation totals over the next 3 days, about 90% of the geographic area is covered with light to locally moderate precipitation. And then on Thursday, low pressure still in control, so cooler than normal temperatures. Showers and isolated thunderstorms. We see the green areas. We see a little bit of yellowing now starting to come in here as there'll be drier air down in the south. Most of the clouds and moisture will be in central and northern areas as we go into this upcoming weekend. But again, central northern areas continue to see clouds and showers. Again, nothing really critical through the entire 7-day period. This is 7-day total precipitation. And the 8 to 14 day does show above normal temperatures across northern central areas, cooler than normal in the south, and really precip-wise, above normal precipitation across most of the area. So again, nothing really critical as we start closing out the month of May and heading into early June. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.